Let me show you something.
Moto's back, baby. Well, sort of. It's delivered two new foldable smartphones for 2023 which, depending on where you live, will either be called the Razr 40 and Razr 40 Ultra, or Razr and Razr Plus. I've been testing the more powerful of the two, the Ultra, Razr Plus model, and it's safe to say, I've not been this happy with a Motorola phone in a long time. In fact, it's one of the best foldable phones to launch so far.
Hello, Moto.
Motorola gets a lot right with the latest Razr. It's a compact phone that turns a big smartphone screen into something portable that easily fits in a pocket. It's even got rounded edges to make it comfortable. It makes it nice to hold, but conversely, also means that it loses some of its Razrness. Moto is launching the phone in three colors: Infinite Black, Glacier Blue and Viva Magenta. The last of those is the only one that features a soft vegan leather back rather than glass. That gives the pinkish reddish model a softer feel on the palm, but the matte, frosted glass on the other two has a great, smooth texture too. The revamped cover display on the Razr 40 Ultra is undoubtedly its highlight feature. It's the largest cover screen we've seen on a modern folding flip phone, and, crucially, massively bigger than Samsung's own Z Flip 4 display. It pushes all the way down to the edges, surrounding the dual cameras. To make the most of it, Moto has refreshed the cover screen software to give you easy access to interactive elements like notifications, quick settings, weather, calendar and even a dedicated full-screen Spotify player interface. It's a really great display, and yet there is a feeling that in saying that, I should probably lead with a caveat. For a foldable screen, foldable displays do have a couple of disadvantages over traditional smartphone displays, and that's almost entirely down to the materials used to make it a usable flexible display. The permanently attached screen protector is, essentially, a plastic film. By its very nature it's not as oleophobic as glass screens, and so fingerprints collect quite easily. It soon becomes covered in smears and, when caught in light, those can become quite distracting. Plastic film is also slightly less fluid and slippery under the finger, so you don't always get the same effortless fluidity as glass offers when swiping and interacting with the display. The other potential issue is longevity. I've not had nearly enough time with this brand new phone to tell if it'll last the 2-3 years most buyers go with their phones. With it folding neatly in the middle and being opened and shut frequently, there's always that concern that it might suffer from wear and tear after prolonged usage. As displays go, though, it's very good. It's a bright panel that delivers plenty of light, color and contrast to give good impact to videos and games of all kinds. And because the crease is almost invisible, there's no jarring distortion in the middle of the display. Once it's open, you can watch it and play on it just like you would a candy bar smartphone. It's nice and smooth too, thanks to the higher refresh rates. It may seem unusual for a pretty expensive phone in 2023, but Motorola opted to fit the Razr 40 Ultra with last year's flagship chipset. That's not necessarily a bad thing though, because that chipset is the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. It's fast, powerful and battery-friendly. It seems something of a default for folding clamshells to have a dual camera set up on the front cover, and the Razr 40 Ultra follows that template. The primary camera has a large 12-megapixel sensor, with an impressive f1.5 aperture. It's joined by a 12-megapixel ultra that also doubles as a macro lens. On the whole it possesses a strong system that I think will serve most buyers well. In strong outdoor daylight conditions, it would deliver images with vibrant colors that didn't border too far into the oversaturated look we see from the Samsung. Photos didn't have that artificially sharpened, overly contrast-heavy look either. The ultra-wide camera is strong in daylight too, and, as mentioned, has a dual macro functionality. This allows you to get really close to small objects and get in-focus images. It does add a creative edge to the system, but for the most part, the images from the main camera looked better. That means when it came to shooting close-up, I found it was better to hit the 2x zoom option, zoom in, and get a better image with better depth of field. It's relatively strong in low light conditions too thanks to the 1.5 aperture. There's a night mode for shooting in very low light scenarios which, for the most part, delivers strong, sharp images even at nighttime. It wasn't a perfect performer here though, often delivering images where there was some noticeably noise in the skies and clouds. Similarly, the ultra-wide wasn't quite as strong in low light, and struggled to focus when using the night mode option. Images at times were blurry and noisy. Still, again, this is getting quite picky, because on the whole the cameras are very good. They're great in daylight, strong at nighttime, and deliver portraits that make human skin look natural. There's loads to like here. The Razr 40 Ultra represents quite a big step forward for the foldable smartphone market. The big screen on the outside is surely hinting at what's to come from the market, and I'd be very surprised if it wasn't the start of a new trend of maximizing the outer cover space and using it all for screen. More importantly for here and now, it adds an added layer of convenience to using this foldable phone, and when combined with the strong display, battery life and cameras, means a foldable phone that gets a heck of a lot more right than it gets wrong. Samsung's phone might be more waterproof, and feel more sturdy, but there's a joy to using Moto's Razr for 2023 thanks to a great combination of getting the basics just right.
Let me show you something.
Hello, Moto.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Also do not forget to like and subscribe, and ring the bell to be informed of our next videos. Until the next video, bye bye.